Lucky Lefty Podcast, Honora Boys. We are in the building, brought to you by Honora Whiskey. It is HonoraWhiskey.com. That premium American whiskey, HonoraWhiskey.com. And by chance, if you do celebrate, please make sure that you do it
responsibly.
Let's get it lit. Yep, we're back, Lucky Lefty Podcast. My name is Sean Davis, SD2 Mics, that dude, the original Lucky Lefty himself, Malik Zaire. We are brought to you by Honora Whiskey, HonoraWhiskey.com, that premium American whiskey, HonoraWhiskey.com. Subscribe to us on our YouTube page, Lucky Lefty Podcast. Hit that thumbs up, helps with the views. Go ahead, share this broadcast right now. Bring everybody into what is the incredible LL Nation. Tap into us on social media, X, TikTok, Instagram at Lucky Lefty Pod. And you can find the audio side. Go ahead, set up for automatic downloads, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you find your podcast. Go ahead and download us. And we are presented by FanDuel. Now, I'm happy. I'm not happy about FanDuel and where they have my boy Caleb Wilson, but I'm happy nonetheless. We get Caleb Wilson, and we get the Cincinnati boy, Dalen Swain, with the 15th pick.
What do you think about that? What do you think
out of Xavier in Texas? I'll tell you in a minute. See, because they got my boy Caleb Wilson with the 5th best odds to win the Rookie of the Year. I don't like that. I'm not happy about that over at FanDuel. I'm not happy about it at all. They got Cameron Boozer plus 240, Darren Peterson plus 400, AJ Devonta plus 400, Darius Acuff. I think Darius Acuff should be a little bit higher because with the Brooklyn Nets, he's going to be able to shoot all he wants to at plus 450. And Caleb Wilson is at plus 950. You can find that and much more over at FanDuel. FanDuel.com. Download the FanDuel app. So left, we got a super chat. Let's get to it. What's up, guys? It's always great to be Irish. That's what I'm saying.
Battling every day. Battling every day to prove relevancy, man. You know, people out here taking shots unwarranted, but we really call them fan shots. They just want to take fan shots at us. Photos, we call them photos.
You were on another Miami podcast today, Left? Is that correct?
Man, we had to jot down the South Beach, the Sandy Beaches territory, talk a little smack. They're convinced that it's going to be a 14-point victory for Malachi Tony, bringing baby Jesus up to the real one. You know, up to touch. I said he's going to get baptized. You know, baby Jesus going to turn baptized, get baptized by touchdown. So I think it's interesting that they just feel so confident. I'm like, I know you. He said the D-line and the O-line are better. I said, wait a minute. Didn't you guys lose a couple guys on the O-line and you got to replace them, and you got so much faith in a Duke quarterback and Darian Mensah, and he's just, his passing. I said, they're just so confident. They're just so confident. And I'm like, listen, we're talking about program building and a flash in the pan. Program building versus a flash in the pan. Nobody cares about Mario Cristobal at FIU. You think he cares? You think he's going around here saying, I raised a sorry, no nothing FIU starting out as a head coach and taking him to average before I bailed on him? You think that's a highlight in his resume? You think him going to Oregon to be mediocre is resume? You think that's something to highlight? We talking about Marcus Freeman. First time head coach at an elite traditional program, high stakes. This ain't FIU. Man, Marcus Freeman went to FIU. They have statues already. He'd be the Golden Panther. They might replace the mascot with him in that Beijing. Just like Mount Rushmore of Marcus Freeman in 4 expressions if he was at FIU. They ain't talking about no Cristobal. And I'm glad that you said Marcus Freeman inherited an 11-1 program. That's okay. You know why? Because it takes even greater greatness to get that same program that was desolate in areas to a championship after 10 years of success. That's hard to do. People think it's easy because the black man doing it on Esquire. On Esquire. It's powerful stuff. So we just had a nice conversation. Of course, the Miami haters gonna throw the shots and they think they got something going, but it's a mystery. It's a mystery in their history. That's what they used to say, SD. It's a mystery in Miami's history. I said the last time that was relevant was Ja'Cory Harris. Let's talk about Ja'Cory and Randy Shannon. That's when Miami was talked about. Y'all just got good. You see, this is my problem in general. When you have establishments debating with mom and pop shops. Miami is a mom and pop shop on Coral Gables. Somebody put that together in a shack. They ain't got no history. It's a mystery in their history. We got foundation. Put it on the logo. So it's just one of those things where we understand the excitement that comes from college football and the flash and the pans out there that are exciting. But Notre Dame's going to last forever. I tell you that.
Yeah. And speaking of that, the ball continues to roll. Notre Dame lands another quarterback commitment from 2028 quarterback Trey Tagliaferri. He is the teammate of 2027 defensive line commit Jackson Vaughn at Berkeley Catholic. And we're going to watch some film.
What is he, eighth grade? What is he, in 8th grade?
No, he's not in 8th grade. He's not in 8th grade.
Hey, I tell you what, that's a hot ticket, though. Think about that. A kid at 28 said, I'm not even taking the chances. I'm not even taking the chances. I don't need no visits. No OBs.
He didn't get an OB. He was just on campus, though.
Yeah. That's all I need. That's all. He saw that golden ticket flash and said, hey, I'm going to take the chance. And you know what's so crazy is that he's not worried about what could be there. He knows what's there now.
Yeah.
You see, if recruits can see the vision years out, what are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Name a recruit that's like, man, I got to, in 28, 29, it's like, man, I got to be with Mario Cristobal. I got to be with James Franklin. I got to be with Ryan Day. I can't name one. I can't do it. And Gino, I see what you're doing now. Gino's trying to get a mini copy of himself because that's what the kid looked like.
I don't know. I'm kind of thrown by this one. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I'm thrown. Let me tell you, your comp was on point, though. We're going to get to your comp in a second. Yes. You saw his film. You said he reminds me of this guy. But let me tell you from the backstory of recruiting why this puzzles me, right? You get Noah Grubbs. Then you get Teddy Gerard to reclassify. You get Champ Mons to reclassify, right? I'm all about reclassifying. I told you, especially on the defensive line and at quarterback. Physically for the defensive linemen, bringing them, getting them up to speed, and just mentally, the reps and the practice, strength and conditioning. I'm all about, I think if you're good, you gain more from getting into the program, taking advantage of the strength and conditioning, working with the practice squad, getting reps, more than you will dominating in your senior season of high school. Yeah, you get so much more coming in early. So I love reclassification specifically for those two positions. However, Lev,
yeah,
we know the two young men that have been connected to Notre Dame for the last month and a half. We know it was Neiman Lawrence and Kingston Prayer. We know this. We know that we've seen Gino go get athletic quarterbacks.
We know
this kid is 6'1", 190. Gino has been getting 6'3", 6'4", athletic quarterbacks with good arms. This kid is a little bit off the beaten path. He's not the norm from what we've seen with Gino, 6'1", 190. And when you hear 6'1", 190, you would expect a young man that's going to have mobility move around, make plays outside the pocket. When you watch this young man, that's not what you get. That's just not what you get. However, he might have the best arm.
That's what I'm saying. Okay,
You know
yes.
what I'm saying? Now that right there, he is a prototypical pocket quarterback, which is maybe what you're trying to say about Geno's
Oh,
trying to get his type.
I
That
like
I,
it.
size wise, no.
No.
4 star, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Auburn, Alabama were schools that were in on this kid. He chooses Notre Dame. And like I said, knowing the connection that Notre Dame had to the aforementioned quarterbacks in the 2028 class, he comes in for a visit, and then the commitment is announced. But this is right in line with where Notre Dame, they want their quarterback to be sealed and signed right around this time. We've seen that. And so it's a great jump start. Really is. They want that quarterback in the 28 class going into the season for game day visits and everything. They want that. And they've been doing that. That's a signature Geno move. Slow to give offers, but then they find their guy and get him committed months later in the summer. So it's right in line with the timeline for Geno. I just think the archetype of quarterback is a little bit off the beaten path from the predecessors of Champ Mons, Teddy Gerard, and Noah Grubbs. But you had a wonderful comp when you saw this young man's film. I think you were spot on, Lev.
Yeah, I thought he looked a lot like Phil Jerkovich. Just
Jacoby, Phil
Jacoby.
Jacoby,
Phil
who's
Jacoby.
also from the New Jersey area. Yep.
Yeah, just I just like. I think he's very smooth. He's on time. He throws a great football in terms of placement. It looks like he knows what's going on. He's definitely not the athlete or playmaker that I've seen on film from other guys,
Mm-hmm.
but it is like you said. It's an early commitment. It's just a very good film for a young kid to watch. I mean, he's making the throws look easy. He's giving guys chances. He's playing on time. Like how his pacing is. I mean, he just looks good, man. I mean, he just really looks good. Throws a good football. I can see the vision. You're transitioning to a much more of a pass heavier offense. This is much more in line with a CJ Carr. So if anything, he's looking at the present. He's looking at what CJ's doing right now, and he's like, I'm more in line with that than maybe what they're recruiting. But that's an enticing thing for a quarterback to maybe in his view and perspective see CJ as himself.
Yeah.
He knows he can't necessarily outrun or Lamar Jackson his way, but he definitely even looks a little bit like CJ.
I will say this: he throws a pretty ball. He
Yeah, I
throws a
mean,
pretty ball. Quick
he just
release,
reminds
good
me.
arm.
This is CJ, a shorter CJ. I mean, if I'm him, I'm envisioning himself as him seeing CJ as that could be him. He sees similar skill sets. He probably sees the potential in not having to be athletic to go to Notre Dame. They're like,
Yeah.
look, CJ got a Heisman hopeful, everything in front of him. He's not out here running for 2,000 yards like these other guys. So I think that Geno made a nice switch up, a change up to offer a kid like this. You a different archetype. Because you're going into a room where right now none of the guys committed outside of him or the guys in the room are anything like CJ. So I think if anything, this kid aligns, I mean, identically in terms of just the little things that they do that clearly make a difference. I mean, he's throwing the ball down the field accurately. He's playing on time. He's making all the throws you'll see at the next level. He's got great pace, great ball play. I mean, this is a great recruit, in my opinion, for us to be saying we want to evolve into another version offensively. Now,
Mm-hmm.
can these other guys do some of the similar things in the passing game? I'm sure they have a lot of talent, but when you look at this kid, you feel as if him committing this early is a-okay. Most sophomores, I don't even see most sophomores committing that often, but for him to commit, and if I'm Gino, I'm like, if he's getting any better than what I'm watching right now, we don't have a problem with him necessarily getting off to a slow start because he's got straight talent throwing the football. I think this was a no-brainer offer. This kid is fantastic in everything playing quarterback. I mean, it's a shame that we're not at a drought at QB where I could hype him up to say he should play first thing coming in, but I wouldn't mind watching him play for my team on Saturday. You know, if I can see this all the time, I mean, these are great throws. I don't need to see him run around if he can do this on. I mean, you know, you think about things where CJ has an issue with as a critique. You could say he holds the ball too long. This kid ain't holding the ball. He 1, 2, 3, hitch, throw. 1, 2, 3, hitch, throw. Everything on time. Boom. We giving chances, throwing chance. I mean, this is great quarterback play. You know, I can watch his tape just watching it. You see in different levels of throws. You seeing him being accurate consistently downfield. You seeing some concept of some offense. I mean, for a high school kid to be this young and to just use, I mean, everybody's catching the foot. This is CJ Carr. This is a polished CJ Carr, and he's going to get a lot more attention, obviously, being this young. Notre Dame has rightfully jumped on him early. I mean, look at how Notre Dame recruits quarterbacks anyway. As of late, they've gotten younger, but usually they offer in the last minute. For they to tell something to this kid as a sophomore, something to where he feels like this is the place for me this early. Whether it be the program, whether it be the NIL, whether it be Marcus for whatever. Some of them conversations had to be along the lines of, I can see you doing this early. To the point where he's like, you know what? I'll commit to that. So there's obviously something that Geno sees, Denbrock sees, Marcus Freeman sees, where they're like, oh yeah, you commit to us, you're straight. We got you. Regardless of what's in front of you. I see the vision, I see the talent. I mean, this kid is very enjoyable to watch as just a pure quarterback fan. He looked like he'll be playing on Sundays in some aspect. I don't even require him to run. I'm not going to treat him like Ryan Day and say he needs to run the football a little bit. That's not this kind of kid. You know what I mean? No, put him in that Tom Brady, 4,000 yards. I mean, I believe this kid has the talent to truly make Notre Dame a powerhouse in throwing the football and the running game, a distant pass, or maybe just not the feature of the program anymore. Clearly, I mean, he's putting kids on the move, putting kids over the shoulder, away from the defense, on time, different levels. I mean, he's doing it all. And I think this is Geno's best quarterback recruit. From a pure skill, can he play day one? I think he's got all of that. I think you're on mute.
I think I would go Champ first. Champ would be
Champ
would be first. Champ just physically, just everything about Champ physically.
Yeah, Champ is ready to play. I mean, he's my lead favorite for sure, but this kid would be my second. You know, I think Champ will eventually play and take over a guy's position if everything, is done the right way. But he would be the backup. Yeah. he would be the backup about to start, in my opinion, if I had to foresee the future. I really like backup. Yeah, I mean, I really like this kid. I hope he plays for us, stays committed to us. But yeah, I mean, this a great commit.
I like the Phil Jacobic.
Phil wasn't as consistent as this kid is showing.
He wasn't nowhere near as accurate. His accuracy was an issue.
He's not throwing different routes like this kid.
I agree with that.
This kid's offense looks way more developed, looks way more understood. Like he's in full control of what he got going on. Knows where the football is supposed to be, and that's a lot to be saying watching just this film for the first time. But I can just tell, this kid is a master in what he's got going on, which makes it even better for to fit his person. Like he's not going to be the type on third and short running 20 yards in the backfield trying to make a play. I just don't think that's this type of kid. He's like, man, give me something I can work with. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna throw it. If it gets there, if it doesn't, it's a good decision, right? Like he's got traits like that, and this is the type of stuff you want to see on Saturdays anyway. Just great quarterback play, making easy throws, moving the ball. Not everything's got to be a touchdown, but you make throws like this, they're sexy too because you can make all of them, right? And I think you can do a lot offensively with a kid that can do a lot throwing the football. I don't think this kid is going to start off throwing a bunch of bubble screens and RPOs. I think he'll be.
You say that and he throws a bubble.
Right, but we 5 minutes in the film.
Yeah.
We 5 minutes in the film. This brother had to put something else on there, but he's doing it all. And I like that it's not just outside, hitches and curls. He's throwing balls in the middle of the field, which we said is something that CJ needs to develop anyway. As time goes on, that middle of the field is important. That's where all the mismatches are. And to see this kid just consistently hit it on time, find the windows, which takes training, which takes, timing. You got to really be on that kind of thing. And yeah, I think he's definitely early starter. I think he's, if CJ is this good and we like him a lot, then we're going to really love this kid by the time he gets to Notre Dame.
Do you think seeing a kid this gifted with his arm, to me, Left, he looks like he processes really well. You talked
That's
about
what I'm saying. This is like he's not, and you can tell through the way his technique is. He's not rushing. He's not frantic. Everything looks the same. It looks like practice. He just back there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, boom. It don't matter the defense coming. It don't matter. I'm gonna do a little step up. Boom, boom, boom. It's very, very efficient. It's something that you fall in love with as a coach because you're like, okay, we can run a bunch of plays, and he can understand without me having to take weeks of trying to install. We can maybe even do it on the fly. I just think he's a way better fit when it comes to a coach integrating a kid into an offense because he's so talented throwing the football and the way he's playing, it's not like you can identify, oh, this is a gimmick system, right? He's just doing a bunch of gimmick stuff, throwing the same route a bunch of times. He's better, faster than everybody. That's not what you're getting from this kid. He's not clearly the most athletic watching the film on any tape. On any tape. I'm not, but I can tell you what, I can watch 10 minutes of his film just operating. I can't watch half of these guys for 30 seconds because all I'm seeing is a bunch of go balls. You running around, you making some crazy throws here and there. He probably got 15 minutes of just straight offense. Just straight, but just everything you want from a coach. And I think it's a no-brainer. We offered him, and it's even better that they saw something enough to get him to commit. So, great pickup, Gino.
Man, they need to cut the grass up in New Jersey, bro.
Yeah, it's a little crazy, huh?
You talked about the fields down in Mississippi having little patches. I guess they don't invest in lawnmowers up in New Jersey because, that field is crazy. I don't know what school that is, but that's a disservice to your athletes right there. Lucky
but it works
Pod,
for him. He's still able to operate. And
absolutely,
man. And if you got an O-line as consistent as we are and have been and will be, he's like, this is the place for me. Shoot, they're going to protect me at least. Yeah. I can hand it off and throw for 4,000 being protected.
Yeah.
It looks like he has a good offensive line at his school now, so slam dunk.
Yep. Lucky Lefty podcast. Once again, that is new 2028 quarterback commit Trey Tagliaferri out of Bergen Catholic, 6'1", 194 star, ranks 210th according to 247 Sports in his class, and he's a teammate of 2027 defensive line commit Jackson Bond. Huge upside, huge arm.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's gonna be
You
the one.
you you see 6'1", 190, and then you see the film, you're like, whoa,
It don't
okay.
even matter. He is like Drew Brees. Like, I love it. I think he's gonna be fantastic at Notre Dame.
All right, Lucky Lefty Podcast. Subscribe on YouTube, Lucky Lefty Podcast. X, Instagram, TikTok at Lucky Lefty Pod. Believe Network. That's what a podcast is found on the audio side. Audio edibles each and every day, courtesy of Believe Network. And we are the home of the misguided passion and forever committed to making sure that we spin it
Different.
different. Presented by FanDuel, FanDuel.com. Download the FanDuel app. Coming up in about 15 minutes, we will have former Notre Dame running back Tony Jones Jr. on. It's going to be a great conversation. I have a few questions. Get you and him on the show and talk about the different point of views of that 2016 season left as an incoming freshman. And then, like, to go from that, I'll say this, and I'm going to tell him when he gets on here. A lot is owed to that 2016 class because they bridged from that 2016 season and what they were able to accomplish by the time they became juniors and seniors and where they got the program to. Like, they were kind of the class that passed the baton to the Marcus Freeman era. Like, what they were able to accomplish, they kind of passed the baton to the Marcus Freeman era. So just looking back at that class, and they weren't highly thought of when it looks at you look at the rankings, but yet still they were really able to produce for Notre Dame. So Tony Jones Jr. coming up in about 15 minutes. Duke Andretti says, what is less preferred style of quarterback?
I mean, I love just great quarterback play, man. It's whatever you do really well that's exciting. And I think that, some guys are playmakers, some guys throw the football really well. So it's really whatever your strength is. If you do that at an exceptional level, that's my style. So that's why it can be different. You see a kid that is just in the quarterback's mind, like, man, that's a really polished, very ready to play right now. Just got to teach him a couple things type of guy. Like, that's a good style to be. Some guys are on the riskier side. You got a Cam Newton. You got a, Jameis Winston. You got your Trevor Lawrences that, aren't throwing or wouldn't be asked to throw 30 times a game because 15 is going to be designated runs, whatever. So for a kid to be able to, at this day and age of development and athleticism at the position, to be as effective and lethal as still playing the game of football, that's something that sticks out, right? Because everybody, even Ryan Day, I keep bringing it up, mismanaging his quarterbacks, telling the kid that he needs to be able to run a little bit better. I just think that's just bad coaching. It's bad coaching. Why would you ever recruit Julian Sand to tell him that to be better, he needs to run more? Dude, what are you talking about? Like, I hope Marcus Freeman and Den Brock would never ask this kid to do design runs. It's bad enough we ask CJ, but if we ask this kid to throw 40 times a game, I would be okay with it. Like, honestly, like, give him the Brady Quinn package where we try to make him a superstar. I'm cool with it. I think he'd be great.
Left, always college football, Greg McElroy. I think it's rat poison, but you're like, all of a sudden everybody's coming around to Notre Dame. Everybody wants to put us number one, number two in their polls. Everybody wants to talk about a quarterback. And like you said, we're not used to this. We're not used to all of this love outside of South Bend, the brotherhood and the fan base. But it continues. Greg McElroy, he did a series on what ifs. And if you haven't seen his USC what if, it's absolutely joyous to watch because I really hope it happens. but he just talked about what if Notre Dame wins the national championship. This is what he had to say, Love.
One, it's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Look, Marcus Freeman has made line.
Oh man.
We can talk about what if the world changes, the world heals, war stops for just a day. Because you got to acknowledge that this is not just
One, it's the.
All right. I just want to make sure I get the clip set up for you. Go ahead, Love. I got it.
This is winning for college football. This is like a philosophical win. We won how we wanted to. None of everybody else can say that. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's a big win if we do it.
All right. Here's the clip. I hope it plays.
For one, it is the Irish. Look, Marcus Freeman.
No, that's not the clip. Here we go.
Irish. There is a corner.
That is not it as well. Just go ahead, Love.
Yeah, it just would show a lot, man. I think for Marcus Freeman to change the perception of Notre Dame, to take it to where it was and to take it to a new level, for them to put the icing or cherry on top by winning the national championship, sets the wave, and extends for years to come. And I do think it'll be good for just college football. I think it resets college football's mindset in a way, especially in the sense of a respect standpoint. And I think that when you talk about the easy things and the easy way out and the easy excuses people give Notre Dame on why we can't be one of these programs that are talked about a lot, is because of a championship. So we're talking about an elite tier 2 team that can be in the consideration for elite tier 1 year in and year out, not just because Marcus Freeman is there, but if we win a championship. And we've gotten close a couple times, closer than most teams that talk stuff about us now has ever done. And then it also would help combat this lame argument about weak schedules. You made a very good point. Every team in college football has 2 to 3 games that are seen as a big one. Nobody has a schedule more than 4. If you're a good team, let's just put that as the caveat. If you're a team that's trying to get to the playoffs, nobody has more games than at most 3 where they're actually worried about. That's the whole conversation of why everybody is trying to get the scheduling done now. USC has made a big point of their scheduling problems. So Notre Dame is not – I'm sick of the weak schedule excuse because, 1, this is planned out for years. 2, give us credit. Yeah, when you beat a team 70-0 and beat them to smithereens, that don't mean that they're bad. That just means we're really good. So don't call them weak. Just say they need to be better. And even still, Syracuse is not a big game considered on our schedule. But let's not be unrealistic here, guys. Who do you want us to play? It ain't too many teams that's slated to win 11.5 games in general.
According to FanDuel.
So how else can you build a schedule when we're slated to be good anyway? We're slated to win a national championship. So unless we have to unfairly schedule a top 10 game every week, which seems to be the only solution just for us, not for nobody else, but just for us. Everybody else is finding excuses to freeze us out, to not let us play, to play the weakest teams, to play Bethune-Cookman every year. I'm sure Navy could beat Bethune-Cookman every year. Y'all talk about service academies. These service academies nowadays will be whooping on y'all, and we play them every year. We ain't taking no Bethunes, and I mean, we did take a TSU, but that was a moral victory. That was we was looking out. We ain't played no TSU since, so that just shows you that we did a good service. I mean, my goodness, we good stewards. We're not buffering our schedule like a USC with a Fresno and a Wesno and a Kesno and a whatever. We're actually doing something that is showing people that we can play a regular schedule full of teams that are trying to compete, not FCF teams that y'all think are good, that y'all trying to make seem like, okay, this is competition. We know you guys are paying for wins when you're rolling these Youngstown State teams in Ohio State and doing these these crazy things. We understand y'all trying to make a little money, but let's not act like the teams that have won the championship, or even a team like Miami, has played Alabama every week. Like, come on, guys. I don't believe in this week schedule things. I think that they're weak schedules for good teams, but that's just the haves and have-nots. Alabama was playing weak schedules every year under Nick Saban then. I mean, if we're going to be fair, Nick Saban played weak schedules every single year he was winning. Or did he just have a dominant team every single year he was? I mean, come on, man. I mean, they can't give us credit for nothing. Yeah. I can say Ohio State.
Here's the support for what you just said.
Notre Dame wins the whole thing for the program's first national championship since 1988. The first time in the modern era. The Irish are among the preseason national championship favorites. It's not a feel-good story. This is Vegas. So here's what a Notre Dame title would mean. It would not just end a drought, but it would validate the independent model in the playoff era, the idea that you can bypass a conference championship, build a national schedule, and still cut to the front of the line. It would show that when Marcus Freeman told his team to kind of keep the pain and feel the pain and don't waste the failure after getting left out of the field last year, that's the whole 2026 story. But if Carr takes that year 2 lead and the Irish do go on and win it, well, college football gets its loudest possible ending. At the sleeping giant finally wakes up in the exact era that everyone said the Giants were supposed to be dead. And then one more thing, too. Coaches are so important, but sometimes the place is bigger than the coach. When Brian Kelly left, he cited, well, I got a better chance of winning a national championship at LSU than I do at Notre Dame. By the way, modern era would tell you that's accurate, but sometimes that's exactly what you need to kind of jumpstart the engine of what the Irish have done since. And the response has been phenomenal. And Mark Freeman was the exact guy to take over, to take Notre Dame to the next level.
Yeah.
That's absolutely right. It's just, like he said, it's the sleeping giant that nobody thought could do it. Nobody thought could win it. And they're all afraid if he does do it. That's it. That's the mystique. Mm-hmm. Ohio State winning it. Okay, cool. Alabama winning it. Okay, cool. Indiana even winning it. Good story, but still cool. Notre Dame winning it, people gonna have problems. We didn't make the playoffs and people were more upset at us for not, I don't even know what for. We didn't make the playoffs. It got more attention. So I can only imagine. Notre Dame wins. What could they say then? If anything, they're gonna panic. Texas Tech, Jim Phillips, the crew, they're going to be panicking, and we'll be winning.
Man, look, as we get ready to have our guest, Tony Jones Jr., jump on with us, it is amazing, Left, when you really think about it's only been 5 years, which is he's going into his 5th year. Marcus Freeman. But it seems like we've been at contender level now for 2 to 3 years as he goes into his 5th year. And it's, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you. Let me speak to this from a recruiting standpoint. Where recruiting is right now, to cover it, to evaluate it, what has been done, and the aftermath, bookmark that moving forward when it happens, because I believe it's going to happen. I believe a championship is coming. And when it happens, put that statement by Brian Kelly on the board. You have a better chance of winning a championship at LSU. Put that on a post-it and keep it up there. Because I think what has been done by Marcus Freeman, which, man, I mean, just flies in the face of what the gentleman whose show you joined today, who tried to argue that Mario Cristobal somehow, some way was a better coach. Stop. Stop. There is no recruiting base in the state of Indiana. You're not right in the middle of a hotbed of recruiting to turn things around. You're not doing that. You're coming off of so many bridges being burned by your predecessor when it comes to recruiting. So you just couldn't walk in and recruit. You had to rebuild bridges. You had to rebuild relationships and then start to recruit. That, let me tell you something, that is something I'm sorry. Left has some technical difficulties. He'll be right back. That is something that I think will never, ever, ever, it can't be overlooked. It just can't to this point. So, yeah, I think a national championship in so many different ways, if it were to come this year or at any time in the near future, I would say a lot and would really upset the apple cart of how college football operates in the current landscape. Conferences would be irate if Notre Dame, as an independent, wins a national championship. It would just blow everything up, in my opinion. Lucky Lefty Podcast. All right. Subscribe, hit that thumbs up. Helps with the views, and then leave your comments, questions. We indeed respond to all. TikTok, X, Instagram at Lucky Lefty Pod, courtesy of Believe Network. You can get Apple Podcasts, Spotify, your Audible edibles each and every day. And we are presented by FanDuel. FanDuel.com. Download the FanDuel app. You said before, Left's going to be jumping back on shortly, but now it's time for our guests. We are pleased to welcome in one of the most underrated running backs. I shared with you guys at the beginning of the show what I think about this young man and his fellow 2016 commits. I don't know if they know how important they are to what is transpiring today in this Notre Dame program. And I am pleased to bring on former Notre Dame running back Tony Jones Jr. and welcome him in to the Lucky Lefty Podcast.
What's
T.
up?
Jones, how you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. You?
I'm wonderful, man. Left should be alone. He's having some technical difficulties, so we're just going to go ahead and rock on. First of all, I want to start out. We're going to talk about you, what you're doing now, life after football, your journey to Notre Dame, of course, your time at Notre Dame, and then briefly in the NFL. But I just wanted to ask you one question. When did you realize I'm kind of good at football?
Man, I get that question so much and no one believes my answer, but I didn't know until I was in college.
Wow. At what point in college?
So I remember my freshman year, there was, in camp we started doing our scrimmages and stuff. And I started to play really, really good. And like there was guys on our team at that point that was supposed to be going like second round, third round. And like I was playing well versus them. So I'm like, maybe I do got a chance,
Okay.
So that was the moment, my freshman training camp, I guess you would say. Yeah.
Fall camp. Okay. Let's start out. You get to high school. Now, really looking at it, IMG was kind of in its infancy.
Yeah.
When you rolled through. So what was that like? Because it wasn't that, I assume it's not it wasn't the IMG that it is today when you
No,
arrived
sir.
on campus. So how did you end up there, and what was it like back
Yeah.
then?
Yeah, so in high school, I actually went to a small private school, and we probably had 30 players. And so I had to play like everything for my team. I played linebacker, I played safety, corner at some points in the game. I played all over the place. And so it was just my dad at that point didn't want me to just play a whole bunch of spots and not master at one or two. So my dad said, "Hey, it's either you go to CCC," and that was our rival. So I was like, "Hell no, I'm not going there." And like it was IMG. I was like, "Bet." So I chose there. At that point, I think that was their first year playing like football at that point. So my first year there, it was their second year. So it was a little different from what it is now. I mean, like we had maybe like four stars, maybe at that point my first year. But after that was when it turned into like a powerhouse.
So how did you get connected? What was your first time hearing from Notre Dame?
Well, so I actually was not on their board until Coach Denson got there. So Coach Denson kind of vouched for me. So I didn't know that until till like my rookie year in the league. So I didn't know that I wasn't on their board until Coach got there. So I talked to them my junior year. I think it was a month after he got the job there. And then after that, that was when I got my offer. And I didn't know much about like Notre Dame because I'm from Florida. I was all about the Gators and Miami, all those schools, right? And then like my pops is from Southside Chicago. So that's all they watch there. So I'm not knowing this though. So like my dad sat down and said, "Son, please just go visit one time." And I was like, "All right, bet." Like, okay. Man, I went to every school that was in my top five, and I was like, maybe like like it's still something to think about. As soon as I went up there, and I went up there with my mom and my dad, and my mom looked at me and said, "Baby, this is the place for you." And then 10 minutes later, I committed. So
Just
yeah,
like
I
that.
mean, it was just like a match. Like,
Yeah.
see, so I always try to tell people like it's a special place, but I can't tell you how special it is until you go there.
Mm. Where are your parents from on the South Side?
My pops, it's like 66, something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, over
Yeah,
the Inglewood area. I know
yeah.
exactly. I know exactly where it's at. Okay, South Side. I'm from the Roseland area, so I'm about 15
Okay,
minutes
yeah,
from where he is. Yeah. So let's.
yeah.
So you get to Notre Dame. You said you didn't find out that you were good until like that
Well, I
first
didn't know that
fall
I
game.
was going to the league until that point. Yeah,
And to that point. All right, I
yeah,
got you. I want to ask you something that I've had a chance to ask Malik, but I want to get your point of view because you were part of the incoming freshman class, right?
yeah.
While you're being recruited, you're watching the 2015 team that most have said, looking back, if they don't have injuries at quarterback, running back, and other key areas,
Natty,
that team is probably facing Clemson or Alabama in the national championship game. Matter of
for
fact, they're
sure.
probably facing Alabama because they probably beat Clemson at Clemson
Yes,
during the regular season. And so
there we go.
you guys are probably coming in thinking like, oh, this is about to be sweet. We got a
Yeah,
chance to go to the national championship. And then that 2016 season happens. From the point of
toilet.
view, right? From the point starting with that first game down in Texas. I think the entire fan
Yeah,
base was like, yo, what is happening? From you
yeah.
all's point of view, right? Take us inside, like, because I'm sure you guys were tight-knit close. What were
Uh-huh.
you guys thinking? How were you seeing things? How were you perceiving it?
Man, so our freshman year, we actually came in on a point of that this was going to be the year for us to win a natty because last year they were so close. And then I don't know what happened. That first game, it just like took the breath out of us. Like we were like, whoa,
Mm,
like we just lost to Texas. Okay. And then like after that, it was just like the team started to crumble a little bit, but it was the staff started to point the finger, and then
mm.
that's when it just started to fall. And then yeah. But I seen it all firsthand because they made me travel, but I couldn't play.
Okay.
So
So
I
you were
seen
there.
everything firsthand.
Do you get the sense? Did you get any inkling in fall camp, or did it all just kind of start to crack during the season and fragment in different areas, like you talked about with the coaches and everything that
Uh-huh.
was going on?
Uh, I would say that during camp we actually felt good. Like the team was playing well. There was some good battles out there. And then as soon as that game hit and we lost, it was just like the whole like vibe change of the team. And then
Mm,
that's when it happens. But when the vibe changed, that's when it's hard to get it back if you're not winning either.
yeah. Do you guys? I want to say this to you. Why have you on? And I've said this before, and I said it to start the show. Your class wasn't highly ranked. I
No.
think it was like the highest ranked, was like 12th in the nation. There were some guys some 4 stars, 5 stars that you guys were in on late that the staff didn't close on. It probably would have made it a more impressive class.
Yeah.
But I, as a Notre Dame fan, couldn't be more proud of a class because after that 2016, you talking about your head coach was being talked about being let go. People
Yeah.
were wondering where the program could go after that season. And what we're experiencing now, I'm here to tell you what you all did as a class to
The
become
turning point.
the core and the anchor and the turning point for what
Yeah.
exists today. Young, hey, I salute the tip of the cap to you guys because I
Yeah,
don't
man.
think people saw it coming. I think you
Yeah.
guys were forced to kind of grow up a little bit
Fast.
faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you all took the bull by the horn. And I'm talking about
Mhm.
what you were able to do, building on 17, getting to 18, that
Yeah.
matchup in the semifinals against Clemson, and then 19, and then everything just seemed to
And
take off.
now
And
it's
Marcus,
now it's firing now, man.
I know.
They rolling.
Yeah. Have you seen? You got to get you a Florida Dame T-shirt, man. Have you seen the Florida Dame
Man,
T-shirts?
I've been trying to find me one.
You just
I
reach
don't know where
out.
to get it from.
Reach out to I know DJ Bryant,
Uh-huh.
Sean Sivers, all the Florida guys, basically. All the
Okay.
Florida guys,
Yeah,
Jawan
man.
Sider,
I
they're the
need
ones that
that.
came up with it. Yeah.
I need that, bro.
But
That's
I
yeah,
saw
that's dope. That's the thing. We need to get more guys from Florida to take that chance and go up in that snow.
you know what? I don't really not I'll give you, in my opinion, the difference. A salesman, they say a salesman is only good as his product, but the salesman has to know and believe in his product.
That's true.
Marcus Freeman believes in Notre Dame, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He can sell. I literally have heard elite recruits, 5 stars, say he never talked to me about football. All he
Nah,
talks
nah,
about is
that's
what
real.
Notre. That's real. All he talks to me about is life after football and what Notre Dame can do. Everybody
Yeah,
else talks about the football part.
because no, the craziest thing I heard from him was when he was talking to my cousin. He said, "Hey, man, I already know you're a great player. So there's nothing that I can tell you to make you come here off of football. Now I'm here to help your life after ball." And
Mm-hmm.
he was saying that most colleges care about you as a football player. I care about you as a person, more about what you gonna be after the game. Like a father and like a husband. Da, 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 da. Like, and I was like, man, I'm about to commit again. Hey, I'm like, well, I'm gonna come here again.
Yeah. So would you like to share with everybody the cousin that you might be talking about?
Yeah, my cousin is Braden Parks. So
So
he's a D tackle from Chicago. He goes to Brother Rice, and he's my little big cousin now though. Uh,
right.
so yeah, man. So I just find it so crazy because Braden came to probably like five games in South Bend as a kid, young
Mhm.
kid. And now it's like at the point now where Rose is like flip, like so like I went on his visit, and I was like, man, Braden was watching me. Now I'm watching him.
Now you're watching him. Wow. That's amazing, bro.
Yeah,
How often do you get back to Chicago?
man, I go up there probably like three times a year probably to
I'm
see my
shocked.
pops.
I'm shocked you weren't up here this weekend. You know, it was Black Yacht Weekend last weekend.
So
Bro,
I know. So I didn't know I didn't know about it until on Monday. So I was
after
like,
it?
yeah, I was
Oh,
like,
Tony T. Jones, bro.
like my cousins was saying like, man, like bro, like this is the best event ever here. I said,
Yeah.
what?
And it spans all ages. Like my
Yeah,
don't hate me, T. Jones. Don't hate me. Because the Notre Dame fans get on me all the time. My daughter, she graduated from USC a couple of years ago. It's not my fault. She's in
I
theater and
know,
film, so
I
it's
know.
not my
Oh,
fault.
okay.
It's not my fault. However, she gave the premise, I'm coming in for Father's Day. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't see her all weekend, T. Jones, until Sunday. Didn't see her all weekend. But
She
literally,
killed two birds with one stone.
she absolutely did. But the cool thing is, it spans all age groups, right? Because we got out early Saturday.
Mhm.
We had like a 3 hour slot, on the boat. We got out there early. By the time 2, 3 o'clock was done, we were headed
Good.
back to the South Burbs, and we were letting the young people take over
Yeah.
the docks. So everybody's out there. It really is. You
Hey,
have to,
man, I need
and
to go out there.
I don't do the part now. It's grown because it used to be strictly about the yachts, but it's become such an event with like just parties everywhere in all neighborhoods around the city.
Mm.
So and it was lit because we had the Obama presidential that Thursday.
Oh yeah.
So the entire city was lit, bro.
It was
It
a
was
great
lit.
segue. It was just a
Yeah,
great segue. Yeah, for
absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely.
Man,
Lucky.
I can't believe I
Oh,
missed that.
go ahead, book your flight, get up here next. It's same
Oh
time
yeah,
next year.
for sure.
It's all good. Lucky Lefty podcast. Great to have on former Notre Dame running back Tony Jones Jr. with us right here. Lucky Lefty. I want to dig into that 2016 class, bro, because
What's up?
like I said, ranked 12th, man. But you guys, I think something like 12 guys out of that 23 group, the 23-man class ended up matriculating to the NFL.
Yeah,
The D line recruits. I think
we're
Coach
really good.
Gilmore,
Yeah.
was the D line coach at that point in time before Mike
Uh-huh.
Elson took over. The crazy thing, I don't know if you know this. You talked about Autry Denson being the one when he was hired that really brought you into the program. Back then, Notre Dame didn't recruit like by position coach. They recruited
Nah.
regionally. It was like
Yeah.
this coach has this
This
region,
Florida and
right?
this, yeah.
Right. So
Mm-hmm.
that was different. So I'm assuming Coach Denson had Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
Florida boy, so it
Coach
makes sense.
Denson and like Coach Denbrock had it.
Okay.
But the crazy thing with Coach Denbrock is Coach Denbrock coached my dad in college.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What
So
college did your dad go to?
he
I need
went
to
to
hear this.
Illinois State.
Redbirds. Okay.
Yeah, River.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think I think Coach was like a GA at the time
Mm-hmm.
because I think that was 90. So yeah, so I think he was a GA at the time. But yeah, so
That's what's up, man. I never knew your connections to Elton and some of
yeah,
the staff through your dad. That's an incredible
yeah.
story. What do you think when you sit back now and you see all of these NFL legacy dads bringing their sons to Notre Dame. Larry Fitzgerald, Thomas Davis Jr., Plaxico Burress. And you start to say, like, man, the game teaches those that didn't come to Notre Dame as they find
Where to
out
go?
what it's really like. They want their sons. I don't want you to go through some of the hard lessons I had to learn.
Yeah.
This is a place for you. Notre Dame really is that place. When you see, I think they're in a special. What is it? That's the question. What is it about what this staff under Marcus Freeman, outside of course, when you have to win games to
Yeah,
get good
yeah.
players? But when you get back on campus, what you talked about being with Braden on his visit, what is the vibe? Can you compare it to what it was like when you were there?
I would say it like this. Like I think this staff feels more like a family. Like they don't really like treat it as they're like trying to sell this guy to come here. It's more of they're trying to give him the like info to make the right decision for their life. And if they choose otherwise, okay, cool. But also they gave you all this and like you still said no. So
Yeah,
it's a little like different than what like most teams try to do. Like try to just like, hey man, like you can go to the league. We got all this, and that. And like Notre Dame's more of that it's gonna be like a stuff to make you a better man, but also make you go to the league too. But
yeah,
it's the best of both worlds. Like, I mean, guys think like they gotta choose. Like if I play ball, like school is nothing to me. Or I choose school and ball is just down here. But with Notre Dame, they're both held at a high standard, and like I mean I just feel like when guys go there and then they go to the league, it's I mean like I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's simple.
yeah,
Like it's better because you don't have to worry about like all the like schooling now. Now it's just ball. So it truly it prepares you for the league, but also it prepares you for life. And that's what I wanted as a kid is because I always thought about not going to the league because I didn't know if I was going to be able to.
yeah,
So that's why I made my choice of going there because I was like, man, so I'm gonna really treat it as I'm going to college to get this degree. And then like if the league come, the league come.
yeah.
So
What you
that's
said,
what like yeah.
what you
Go
said
ahead.
is so true because I've talked to scouts and people connected to NFL teams, and they always say we love Notre Dame guys
Yeah.
because we don't have to teach them how to be professionals. They come in and they know what to do, and that
Because you've
just
been doing
man,
it for 40
yes,
years.
absolutely, absolutely. So I'm gonna play. Let's play something called "Hate It or Love It" right now. Hate it or love it.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
The team you hated to play the most.
Navy.
That why is that always the answer with Notre Dame guys? Tell them why. Of course,
Oh,
we know because they're never going to stop. They play to the whistle, they
man.
play hard, but go ahead.
So I would just say it like I've lost the Navy.
Mm,
I've blown out Navy. I've had a
mhm.
close game with Navy. They play the same in every game. It don't matter if they're winning by 100 or they losing by.
I got you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Someone called me. Let
it's all
me.
good.
Uh, but and like whoever's listen, don't take this the wrong way. But our coach said, guys, they are about to fight for our country. You don't think they're willing to die on this field? I said, yeah.
That's different.
That's
That's different.
but think about it though. They're
Yeah,
willing to die for this country. They will go out here and try to kill you on this field. I said, yeah, that's true. And those was probably those guys are the most aggressive, but they also nice too though. Like it's It's probably the most insane thing that you'll see though. Like a guy will run someone over and then help him up and say, "Good hit, man." I'm
Yeah,
like, man, what's
yeah, yeah. And the moments, of course, man, the game itself, the relationship between both institutions doesn't even need
yeah,
to be talked about. The respect,
right.
it goes beyond the institutions to the football field. Like you said, it's competition, but at the end of the day, when everything is over, it's profound respect
Yeah,
as well. So I'm not shocked because I ask the same question, I get the same response. 90% of the
man.
guys say the same thing, for different reasons. They
Man,
even
it's
talk about
serious, bro.
the preparation for Navy is like,
Oh man, our defense used to prep for Navy in camp.
right.
Yeah, they
Marcus
have to
Freeman
prep
does the
for him in
same
camp.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
because you have to, bro. You can't just take like 3 or 4 days in the middle of a
man,
week.
that offense will torch you if you
Yeah.
do that.
Now, the team you would love to suit up and play again. If it was one team that you could suit up in that Notre Dame uniform and don that gold helmet and say, that's who
USC.
I want to. Okay. Okay. That's your
Yeah,
best. That was your best game, 178 yards, baby.
yeah.
2019. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you remember about that game?
Man, so I didn't even notice how good I was doing until, bro, like I would say the third quarter. I looked up on like the scoreboard and it said 15 carries, like 120 yards. I said, whoa. I said, all right. I said, okay then. So yeah, so I mean, like I would just say that I was in the moment so much versus like verse them because all week, that's all coach kept harping on. We cannot lose to them. This is the one team we cannot lose to. And I'm like, okay, bet. So that's been like my whole mindset versus them there, like like every time.
Yeah.
It's like you just gotta be locked in on the moment because these guys can beat us if we let them. So that's why I mean I feel like I was more like intentional and not losing.
If you were in an alley,
Oh man.
the 3 teammates you would love to scrap it out to get out the alley or the trenches. Give me a three
In
team.
any
Yeah, I'll open it up. Your 3 teammates. You can go back to high school, your college teammate, I'm in the NFL. What 3 guys you say, man, I'm in a tough situation in this dark
yeah,
alley, or I'm in the trenches. Give me these 3 guys.
Jalen Elliott for sure.
JL.
Yeah, Elliott. Ooh, maybe Troy Pride, maybe Troy a little loopy. So yeah, probably Troy. Uh, Third one, like got to be some weight now. We got to have Aaron Banks.
Big Banks.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah,
You
I can
feel?
see that
Hey,
too.
look, like you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
size, but
Mhm.
still can move. Yeah.
Move. Now, did you guys have as much? Because it seems like this basketball trash talk extends through every group of Notre Dame players. Ev talked crazy when we had him on. Brandon talked crazy when we had him
Yeah,
on. Like, who
man.
really, who really were the true hoopers? If you
Chase.
walked in, who would you love to take? It's you and 4 other guys that you're taking to go hoop and run the gym and run the court. Who are you
The
taking?
first disclaimer I'm gonna give is whoever you talk to after me is gonna say this. Tony does not play basketball. So I'm gonna let
Okay.
that be known now. So I was the
Okay.
guy always on the sideline, just gassing up.
Well,
So
give
that
me
was me.
5 then. Give me 5. You're the coach.
Yeah, hey.
Give me your 5. You're the coach. You can
All
feel
right.
Jackson.
Bet, okay. Chase Claypool,
I've heard that.
Jalen.
Okay.
DJ Morgan. That's a sleeper. That's a
Mm.
sleeper one right there. I need 2 more. Ooh. I needs some size now. Well, Banks is good too. Actually good. So Banks, and
Offensive
then
linemen are slept on when it comes to hoopers.
yeah. And you know what? Quinn Nelson.
Really?
Quinn Nelson or Mike
McGlinchey,
McGlinchey.
I heard McGlinchey was cold.
Yeah, you know what?
From multiple people.
I'm sorry. We going Mike. We going Mike. We
Yeah, I
going Mike
heard
at the 5.
Malik actually said McGlinchey was like Jokic before Jokic.
Yeah. He's like a true hooper. Like, bro, he got a hooper body though too. Like he long, like
give me the
that'll be
one
my
guy.
squad.
I always ask guys this. Give me the one guy that you watch practice, and for whatever reason, maybe injury or just things didn't go the right way, that you watched in practice and you were like, man, if he didn't get injured or if that guy didn't have this happen, he was good, because I watched him pop every day in practice.
Right.
Who would be that guy during your time in Notre Dame that people don't know how good they were?
I mean, guys know how good he is. Avery Davis.
Yo.
Hey.
Okay.
Avery Davis, boy. Him. And then if I had to pick a different one, Javon McKinley was really good too.
Javon popped towards the end.
Yeah.
He popped towards the end. What made Avery so special? He can do a lot.
Do everything.
Mm-hmm.
He do everything. Man, I remember one practice, coach had him on scout team. They had him at quarterback for about 5 plays. They had him at wide out for 5 and running back for 5, and he probably scored in every position.
Wow.
And the thing about Avery is that he's so smart too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what made him so good at every spot, is because he literally learned the whole playbook for every spot. So that's that's the part that no one thinks about, is he played quarterback at first,
right,
and then he played running back, and then he played wide out. So he learned the offense like the back of his hand. Like he knew it.
Yeah, that's special, man. What do you think about USC and Notre Dame? Do you think the series comes back together? You know,
it needs to come back.
Personally, I think they're running right now.
Yes,
that's my personal opinion. But how do you feel things got to this point, and what do you think is going to happen in the future?
So I just can't see college football without a Notre Dame versus USC. You know what I'm saying? Like that's been a thing for a very, very long time. And I understand that y'all haven't won in a while. Just get better, you know?
Facts.
Just get better.
I don't know. Did you hear what Jay Love? He was interviewed by EQ and his brother on their podcast at the Rookie Symposium I think it was about 3 weeks ago. And Jay Love was just like, dude, like, y'all are unserious right now.
Yeah.
Like, almost like we don't even respect y'all right now at this point.
No.
He was like, I was offended that y'all came out and went too high safety against me. Like,
yeah,
what?
see that's the thing. They try stuff to be disrespectful and then lose. It's the same thing they did versus us in 2018. They brought cover 0 almost every play. And how did they lose? They ran cover 0, and I was wide open, and we won.
Yep, I won. Yeah, you're right.
And they always do stuff that's so outlandish, like against the grain, and they still do it.
Yeah. Let's get this last one from Hater to Love It. Stadium you hate playing in.
Stanford.
Kind of quiet.
You got to bring your own juice.
Yeah.
Got to bring your own juice, man. Hey,
Yeah.
them students don't care about no college football. They
In
don't
the,
care.
in the stands doing homework.
Yeah, man. They do not care.
Yeah. All right. The stadium you love to play in on the road.
On the road. Ooh. Uh, this is a tough one. Can it be a Shamrock series?
Absolutely.
The Yankee Stadium.
Was that your favorite Shamrock uniform though? With the Yankee pinstripes?
Mine, yes, but I
Okay.
love the all greens that they wore. I think it was in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Those were sweet.
Those sweet. You like the all greens? I
Yeah,
think
but
we
yeah,
might be getting a combination close to that this season. I don't know for which game, but I think
really,
that combination might be coming back. Yeah.
that'd be sweet. And then maybe if they go like a all black,
Mm.
like all black with some gold.
With the gold letters and
Yeah.
numbers. What would the helmet be though? Would you black the
See,
helmet or would you go keep the gold?
you can't go wrong with either one.
Okay.
But I would go black.
Okay.
Now, some of the fans might not like it,
You know the
but
traditional fans definitely they do.
yeah.
It's,
But those recruits gonna love it.
oh,
Those
absolutely.
recruits gonna love it. The kids gonna love it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Your favorite moment, if you could relive it, your favorite game, your favorite moment, which one would you relive over and over again like it was Groundhog Day?
Well, I don't want to say one that's about me because
Mm-hmm.
if it was about me, then like I would say the catch when I scored on my birthday versus USC.
Right.
But Miles Boykin when he caught that pass in the Citrus Bowl.
Oh, against LSU.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, that I promise you that sideline was so hyped that you would have thought we won the national championship. You would have thought we won something crazy.
Yeah.
But it was so cool just because it was Miles and Book. And those guys weren't playing much that year.
Right.
And then they come in that moment and win the game for us. It was like, man, that's like something you can't write.
Yeah. Yeah, it was,
That's
man. As a fan, I'm sitting up here watching it in the rain and just kind of
one
biting my
hand.
nails. That was crazy.
Come
That
on.
was crazy. That's a moment that every Notre Dame fan, that's one of those moments you know where you were
Yeah.
when that happened. You know where you were. That's a pretty dope moment.
Yes.
To have to
That's
think about
man.
that.
That's a beautiful moment. You'll probably never have that kind of moment again,
Yeah.
unless it's the Natty or something. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
but that's like that was
So,
a
like
beautiful moment.
when you're recruited and the team success in 2015 is what you're eyeing, and then you guys get to Dallas in 2018, and really the way the game ended is one thing, but like for the vast majority of that game, especially in the first half, like you're right there.
Yeah,
You're right there with the eventual national champion. And I'll tell you this little tidbit. I've heard that Clemson coaches were more worried about you all than they were Alabama
yeah,
in preparation.
yeah,
The respect they had for you guys. And like I said, you guys lost guys in that game to injury that you couldn't afford to lose, especially
yeah,
in the secondary. And then once that
yeah.
happened, the dominoes start to fall and certain things. And I think the turning point, overturning the fumble that would have given you
Oh, the
guys the
on.
ball early.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
man,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
that
then
was a bad call.
yeah, and then Ian's early fumble,
Yeah,
things just kind of went a certain way. But I thought you guys battled well in that game
yeah,
and then eventually ended up losing. in that mindset, did you guys feel like, because I told you how important you guys were to really rebuilding the program. In that moment, did you feel like as a team in the program, we're right there? Like, we're right there.
Yeah.
We can hang with
Yeah.
these guys.
So I would just say that guys on the team just knew, like, it was like a couple plays that truly lost us the game. It was probably 5. It was probably
Okay.
five plays that you were like, ooh, I wish we could get those back.
Mm-hmm.
Not even counting. I'm not even counting the times that they scored. I'm counting about just plays that helped them score.
Right.
It's just 5 plays that like we lost by, and like, you know, I don't want to say this like it, but that's probably one of the best teams we're probably going to see for a while.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because the way they destroyed Alabama, I was like, oh,
that's probably one of the best teams we're going to see in a while. And they didn't have their best D tackle.
Right. He didn't even play. Right.
So that's my point, is their backup played like 7 years in the league.
Yeah.
So that's why. So that's where it's like, man, like, yes, we're like 5 plays away, yes, but at some point, it's like, man, maybe this was their year. Like, it's just happened like that. But if we had our players and those 5 plays back, then it would have been a way different game.
If you look at it now, knowing where it is now in recruiting, and where recruiting was when you were getting ready to come out of high school, would you choose your era or the NIL era?
NIL.
Really?
What?
Just strictly for the money?
Yes.
Okay.
Just think about it. I'm talking about from a kid that's from St. Petersburg, Florida, with like a single mom with 4 kids.
Right. I feel you.
So like if I could get money and, you know, like here, mom, here, my sister, da.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but me going back in my era, shoot, I was getting $5,000 Pell Grant. That was it.
And getting that refund back. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Hey, man, that's it. But the thing is I thought I was rich at that point. So, like, you know, maybe it's perspective. Yeah. So, but man, so I actually went up there this past weekend. No, two weekends ago now. But man, I seen a parking lot. I said, oh yeah, these kids having. I said, these kids having it. I said, wow.
What you peep, T Jones?
Man, I seen G-Wagons, TRXs. I said, man, I had a 2005 Jeep. And I had to change the oil. But I had to change the oil every time I drive to Chicago and back.
Right.
Hey, but I loved her though.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's why I asked the question, right? Because we know money changes all things, especially like you said, depending upon your situation to change. That's what I'm concerned about, right? That I'm concerned about whether or not, and you see it now, like kids get these deals, and then all of a sudden you're like, man, what happened to him? Like, yo, I thought this kid was a 5-star. And that happens in all eras, but it's just amazing that the amount of money that's being thrown around now. I would probably tell my mom, I don't even want to see it. Just take it and deposit. I don't want to see it until I leave. Like, real talk. Because I probably would be one of those dudes going to get a G-Wagon.
That's what I'm saying. But the caveat to it though is, like, these kids can get that car, but just set things up for you to save money too.
Facts. That's a fact. Lucky Lefty Podcast, our boy Tony Jones Jr. locked in with us. Check us out at Lucky Lefty Pod, X, Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe on our YouTube channel. Hit that thumbs up. It helps with the views. Before we let you go, Tony, we appreciate you giving us some of your time today. We got to lock you in for some post-game shows. during the
For
season.
sure, man.
With
Hey,
the boys.
for sure.
Players, we got
I'm
to
here
lock
for
you
it.
in some festival. And if you come to Chicago, you got to hit your boy. You got to
Yeah.
hit your boy when we come to Chicago.
Harold's Chicken?
Oh, 6-piece, mild sauce, hot
Mild.
sauce,
Yeah,
lemon
okay.
pepper. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. Yes, sir. T. Jones. You know how we do it.
Yeah. Come on
Which
now.
one though? Which one? 87 for 103rd? 71st and Stone?
I don't know the streets.
Okay.
I just go with my aunt and them, and I just be like, yeah, just give me
Okay.
that right there, mild and hot
Okay.
sauce. That's all I need.
The auntie and them give you the hood pass. They know
For
which one to
sure.
go to. You
For
good.
sure.
I got you. I got you. Before we get out of here, I want to talk about your quick stint in the NFL and then what you're doing now so the fans can know how to tap in with you and follow.
Yeah. So I played 5 years in the league. I'm actually in my transition phase of trying to figure out what's next for me. So that's where I'm tapping into, like my Notre Dame family and talking to guys, trying to find jobs, but also trying to find something to fill that void that the game did. So that's what I'm doing now. And probably in the next like 4 to 6 months, I'll have another love and like another career that I can go off and ride off.
You know, we had your teammate Miles Boykins on a couple of months ago, and he had just recently retired. And I said, When did you know? When did you know? And he was like, right around Thanksgiving during the season, where I didn't want to leave my family. Like I was enjoying my family so much, I was just like, nah, I don't want to do it. Like, when did you start to get that inkling that the transition was like ahead of you?
Yeah. So I actually tried to play in like the CFL, and I had to leave my son, and so I had to put him to bed. And so I was like telling him like, hey, like daddy's gonna go for like a run because that's our thing. Like, like if I'm gone, like daddy going on a run. And he looked me dead in my face and said, daddy going to run a long one? I said, yeah, buddy. And so that was when I started crying. Oh man, I don't even know if I want to play. So I would just tell you, yeah, I mean, like, so I never thought I would be like a boy dad, you feel me? But yeah, that's my baby. So that was when that was when I knew, like, I was like, like maybe it's time for me to find a job that, like I can come back home to my baby. Yeah. So yeah. And now I got two of them. So now I gotta come home with 2 babies.
Gotta come home with 2 of them. Hey man, like I said, man, I already know. Just watching you, what you did on the field, the way you carried yourself, I have no doubt that abundance and eternal blessings are going to continue to follow you for the rest of your days. And your roots are from the South Side, so I already know. What that means.
Right? Yeah, straight hustler.
That's all we do is win. That's all we know. Hey,
sure.
I got Ed 379 said 87th is the best. I tend to disagree, but 87 it's a good option though. It's a good option.
All right, here's my question.
Okay.
Your top three Heralds.
103rd and Halsted. 71st and Stony. 87th Street.
87th, third for you, huh?
87 right off the damn run. Now, when I put that third, that's like me saying Michael Jordan is the best, LeBron is second, and Kareem is third. It's like, okay.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, it's razor thin. It's razor thin. I mean, it's really preferential. That's what it is. That's the one I always went to in high school on 103rd. So it's really preferential.
That's the heart for you. It's hard. It's hard for you.
Yeah. I had moments up in there, me and my wife. I used to take her up in there when we were in high school. We used to
Okay.
share 6 wings. It's really sentimental for me. So
Yeah. Okay.
I get it. I get it. Hey, I sure love the 87 and 71st though, because 71st is right by my grandfather's crib. So that was easy for me to access as well when I
True.
was growing up. So 87 probably comes behind because there's really no sentimental attachment.
Got you.
Yeah, but
Okay.
as far as
Okay.
food, yeah. Anybody else talking that Uncle Remus talk, dead that. Dead that. My West Side people, dead that.
All
It's
right.
a
So
wrap.
how about J and J's or JJ's as some people
J
call
and
it?
J Fish?
Yeah. Yay, nay.
No. Absolutely, yay.
Okay.
Absolutely,
I'm
yay.
making
But
sure. I'm making sure.
I got a spot to take you to though.
Where?
It's called Market Fish, right off 103rd, right around in between King Drive and Cottage.
I haven't heard about that one,
It's
man. Like
low.
my
It's
pops
low.
holding out on me.
I gotta tell your pops. Market Fish.
Market
And if you
fish.
want to do it fancy, your dad probably knows about the colas over in Beverly on Western,
Yeah.
where they fry it for you. You pick your fish, they fry it for
Mhm.
you. That's that high end, but they don't, because of where it is, they don't exactly season it
Right.
the
Yeah.
same
I
way.
got you.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's still a viable option. Oh, T Jones, look, just hit your boy.
I
I, I,
got you for sure.
I already turned, left Malik out when he came up.
Oh yeah. Hey, you had him.
Yeah, I took him to the spots. He was messed up. And I forget who was that. One of the guys stays on the north side that was on the 16 team. So we got up with him, and he was like trying to take Malik to this chicken spot on the north side. I was like, see,
No sir.
you
No,
gotta come with
sir.
me. He's sending you off. Don't listen to a North Carolina dude living in Chicago.
Nah, you can't do that.
It was Kendall. It was Kendall Moore.
Ah.
It was Big Kendall. It was Big Kendall. Man, T Jones, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah,
Everybody,
for sure.
lock in with T Jones. Let them know where they can follow you on social media, bro.
My social media is that6 THAT_6
Oh, snap. Justin ND Sniper said J&J Fish, they got it in South Bend now, T Jones.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you do? I didn't know. I saw the
know about that.
Portillo's. I know the Portillo's is there.
No, that got there right after I left. Man,
Did
like
it?
the campus got everything now, man. They
Oh,
got
totally
Dave's
different.
hot chicken, Cane's, all that. I
Facts.
said, man, y'all have it.
Hey, you got to try the ice cream spot right across the street, though.
Oh, are you talking about? I think it started with like an A, right?
Yeah, whatever the name. Hey, it's top
Forgot the
notch.
name of it.
I
think
left.
it's
I left one of the spring practices one day.
them custards good.
Man, I had it. I'm driving back to the city. It's all down my arm, bro. I'm like,
Yeah, bro.
good. It was that good. Hey, bro. Hey, we're gonna get T Jones on the post game show with Left, Big Oscar McBride, and everybody else.
For sure.
And Matthias is on there as well, Jerron Jones. So you guys can have fun during the season talking Notre Dame football.
That.
And Cam McDaniel, too. Yep.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So for Left, SD2 Mikes, Tony Jones Jr., man, thank you for joining us today. We'll see you Saturday. Got a big announcement tomorrow. Albert Simeon out of Lake Charles, Louisiana, 5-star offensive tackle. He'll make his decision. And then, of course, we got 2 kids in Chicago, linebacker Roman Iguabike out of Mount Carmel, and this kid named Braden Parks out of Chicago, Brother Rice. Their decisions will come.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
pretty sure soon. So hopefully the Irish will finish 3 for 3 to seal the
Thanks.
2027 class. But Tony Jones Jr., we'll see you guys Saturday to recap what should be good vibes tomorrow with Albert Simeon. Most of all, love each other and make sure you continue to spin it different. We'll check you guys out Saturday.